Alright, we're out in the back garden today. I'm going to be replacing the lens of this monster because I took it down the beach and it's gotten all scratched up with the salt and the sand. So I don't know whether you can see that on the camera, but there's a lot of scratches on that. I'll probably flash up a picture. I've already taken a picture of it for the thumbnail. A lot of people don't really realise you can swap these out. The lens is about $10, the whole camera is about $60, so it's obviously more economical to swap the lens. I've already got the replacement lens. It's another identical lens. I'll put the lens cap back on. I'll drop the lens cap. There we go. So it's another identical lens. But you can get different focal lengths. The monsters use a 2.5mm focal length. If you want a more fish-eyed, you can go for a 2.1. The Swift, I think, uses a 2.8. I think it depends on which version as well. So, and they're really simple to swap out. They all use the same thread, so they've all got a 12mm thread. I'll try and show it on this camera. 12mm thread there. And basically you just use them like screws. Well, the sun's gone in. So I'll get rid of this lens. So you just need to unscrew the existing lens. Oh, this one's on tight. Unscrew the existing lens. It's quite long. And put it somewhere. I'm going to put the lens cap, take it off of that one and put it on this one. The lens is still good, it's just a bit blurry when you look through it. I'll pop that there. And so what you need to do is, when you get the lens, you get this little collar on it as well. You want to screw that on until it's basically as far down as you can go. What you're going to be using is that's going to be how you tighten the lens in place to keep it focused. So I just normally start off just by screwing it on a little bit. They generally want to go at least halfway. Okay. So the other thing you want to do, take your props off obviously. We're going to want to power the quad because we want to see through the camera. This is why I've got my goggles on. So what you do is, this is going to be fun to film, but you put your goggles on, and if you look at it right now, I'll put it up on the screen, it's really blurry. So you just keep twisting the camera and you'll see it starts to focus on the lens itself, and then it will start to focus on other objects. And what you want to do is pick the furthest object away, so I'm picking that tree. Try and get it as clear as you can. Now that's about right. So what we need to do is tighten it in. Now the easiest way to do that is, first off, just hold it in, and then with the other finger you screw that all the way up until it's almost tight. Now depending on the lens, sometimes you can just get that, twist it, and it's nice and tight, but I've tried this one already with this one. And so what I do is I just back the lens off a little bit, tighten that up a little bit on the lens, and then grab both of them and try and screw them back in. And it's easier to do this with the goggles on. In fact, it's easier to do this if you've got a screen. But with the goggles on, you can make sure that it hasn't been knocked out of focus. So that's now nice and tight on there. It's not coming off. I can grab that and give it a twist, and it's not going anywhere. And if I flash back up the picture from the screen, you'll notice that this stuff's in focus, that tree's in focus, and that tree is mostly in focus. It's not quite as good as what it was a second ago, but pretty close. You can definitely see that, and obviously as it gets closer, it will become more focused. And that's it. That's how you replace a lens. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you can also think about subscribing. If you didn't like the video, you can give it a thumbs down, give me a comment as to why. If you've got any other ideas for videos, just stick it in the comments. Thanks.